Starting to stream right now. You're definitely live, and I'll say it again. We are live without a net in Walmart with the one and only in Los Angeles, California, with Giles Lavery in the pet section, the pet food
Me and
section.
as Jimmy sings, I'm the big dog. Big Daddy is the big dog. I'm in the pet food aisle. It only makes sense, you know it does. So that's why I'm here, and we're here to talk about the new Annihilator album
And Paul
and
Diano.
and the new Paul Diano live album. Hopefully you can hear me okay in here.
Yeah. Well, you know what? If you can, yeah, I think it's good enough. I'll give a quick run through here. Annihilator to release their new album, Ballistic, Sadistic, January 24th on Silver Lining Music, as
Yes.
well. Paul Diano, Hell Over Waltrop live in Germany to be released on Metalville, January
Yep.
31st, 2020. So let's start off with Annihilator. Giles, my friend, since you're in the pet food section,
Yes, I'm in the pet food section. You can
tell
hear me.
us. Yes, I can hear you. Tell me what you thought of your first impressions of the new Annihilator album, Ballistic, Sadistic.
Best
And we're both Annihilator fans.
best thing they've done in like freaking forever. I think anything after Refresh the Demon is like hasn't really been to my liking. Let's just stay diplomatic. Um, Love the new one. The new one's the best thing they've done since Refresh the Demon. The melody is back. The memorable choruses are back for the most part. You know what I mean? I tried to like stuff like Remains and Criteria for a Black Widow. There was some okay stuff on Carnival Diabolos or whatever it was called. Waking the Fury had a few good things, but this is the first album I've truly enjoyed. Probably, I'd even say it's the best thing since King of the Kill that they've done.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah.
That's a big shoes to fill there, huh?
Well, I'm just an early Annihilator fan. I'm a trad metal guy way more than I am a thrash guy. So that's just my opinion. There's not necessarily anything wrong with those other albums. I just like a certain style. I love Never Neverland, Set the World Afire, King of the Kill. Those three are my favorites. I love Alice in Hell too, obviously, but Randy Rampage's voice wasn't exactly driving me crazy. But I like the new one. I like Jeff's voice actually. Really cool.
Yeah, I got to say something. For myself, I think this is a complete. This is probably one of their best thrashing albums. And musically, the guitar wise or musicianship wise, it's tight. It's on fire. It's furious. The guitar work is incredible. The solos are incredible. Everything's great about the music.
The melody is back, and again, I don't hear it as being quite as thrashy as some of the other ones, but I do hear the melody back, and that's why I'm on board with this one. I really like it. I've always thought Jeff's a great singer. He puts himself down a little bit as a vocalist, but I think he's a good vocalist, really good. Probably one of the better guitar player singers in the thrash realm. I really enjoy this album. Pleasantly surprised. Love the first single, and love the record. So if you haven't sort of touched base with Annihilator for a while, or you kind of fallen off because you haven't really enjoyed anything since the early '90s, check this one out. It's a return to that kind of sound for me, at least.
You know what? I love. I think the melody's great. I think it's a thrashy album. And again, the musicianship is great. Jeff does sing well, but I think if Randy Rampage was singing on this album, and let me just show you what Giles is doing here. What are you holding up there? The bird feeder. If Randy Rampage was singing on this, and I'm a big fan of the first album, so if Randy Rampage was singing on this album, it would have been a perfect Annihilator album, in my opinion.
Really,
I just think that Jeff, he can sing. He's singing a lot better, but I just think it could go up one more notch if he had a great singer. I don't know. I think that's the ingredient that's missing.
well, I mean, he could get me, or he could get Coburn back if Coburn can do it, or Aaron Randall from Set the World Fire would have been really cool as well. But I'm more than happy with Jeff's vocal.
Again, I'm happy with the melody. I'm happy with his vocal delivery. I just think that if he had a Randy Rampage type character, it would have delivered a lot harder this album. I mean, can you name me a couple tracks you really dug, like your favorite ones? Do you remember?
Yeah, I'm in Walmart. I can't remember the names of the
Okay,
songs.
well, I'll throw them at you.
Throw 'em out.
Arm to the Teeth is the first
Love
song.
it. Love Arm to the Teeth.
Me
And
too.
what was the first single? I forget what was that called.
I Am Warfare.
I am what?
Warfare.
Yeah, that was the one that was really cool.
It's like a machine gun ish,
Yeah,
like guitar work,
yeah,
right? And then the attitude, like fuck the attitude, fuck the attitude. That did you like that one?
yeah. I like it. I like it. I like the whole album. I mean, I'm not trying to be vague. I'm wandering around a Walmart. You caught me out shopping, so
Yeah, yeah,
here
well,
I am.
that's how we do reviews here, on the run, on the fly. On
Haven't memorized the song titles yet. I've just been
well,
listening to the album top to bottom and just been really enjoying it.
you'll probably remember this title. It's called Riot, and I think that's probably my favorite track on the album. It's brutal.
Reason.
Can you repeat that?
Riot. I remember that title for a very good reason.
Did you like the song?
Yeah, I do.
I think the difference between this song and the rest of the album is this is like a brutal song. They haven't done anything really brutal, and it's in the vein of thrash and brutal. That's why I dig it so much. Lip service.
Yeah, it's thrash. I mean, I hate thrash. I think it's like the worst genre in the world, except for death metal. But I like thrash with melody. If there's melody, then I can be quite happy. Like Megadeth always had melody.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm a big thrash fan, and I agree. There needs to be melody in all thrash.
You love thrash.
Dressed Up for Evil. Do you remember that song? Having a hard time hearing me. Okay, it's all right. It's no problem. Well, I'll just throw some out. Okay, I Am Warfare, Psycho Ward, The Attitude, Armed to the Teeth, Out with the Garbage, Dressed Up for Evil, Riot, which is my favorite song on the album. All the songs, definitely a lot of melody, a lot of thrash, at least in my opinion. And
Psycho Ward. That was I loved Psycho Ward. That stood out as a favorite too, because that was like the second single from the record, I think.
Yeah, yeah. So definitely something worth picking up.
Yes.
Again, Annihilator, Ballistic, Sadistic, coming out January 24th on Silver Lining Music. Go pick it up, a must. Especially if you're an Annihilator fan, you'll like it. And even if you're a thrash fan, you'll like it. And if you're a metalhead, you'll like this. Correct?
Metalhead. I'm a trad metal guy. I'll say it again. I love the new Annihilator album. It's really cool.
All right.
Check that out.
All right. I wonder if it's available in Walmart. That's one of the questions that we have from our viewers. Not yet. All right. Let's get on to Paul Di'Anno. You ready for this?
Yes.
All right. Paul Di'Anno. Hell Over Waltrop live in Germany. This was a recording that was done something like 12 years ago. That they sort of found these tapes, they remastered them, they fixed them up, they cleaned them up. But Paul Di'Anno saying that this is completely live in your face. There's no tweaking on the vocals or the guitars. Just sonically, they're playing with the sound, right? They're just trying to make it a lot more crisper. What'd you think about the production?
Yeah, it's like an official bootleg kind of thing, I suppose. I like it. I like Paul Di'Anno. I think it's pretty good. It is what it is. It's an archival thing that's just been, cleaned up and put out there, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's really good. I think of these things more like, it's an archival thing, like a bootleg, like an official bootleg.
I don't know. I would put it a step more higher than a bootleg. I think the sound quality is up to today's, a great live recording. That I would definitely put it up there.
Yeah, they've really cleaned it up and they've really done some work on it. But because it comes from 12 years ago or whatever, I do see it as bootlegs can sound good too, and they can be soundboard. And the term bootleg would imply something unauthorized. So this is authorized. So this is obviously not a bootleg, but to me, I think of these kind of releases like official bootlegs.
All right. Fair enough. What'd you think about the track list? A little bit of everything.
Bit of everything. I think it's really good. I like it when Paul does some, Killers stuff in there, as well as the Maiden stuff. I don't want to just hear the Maiden stuff over and over again. I've heard the Maiden stuff a billion times. I love Maiden. If I want to listen to Maiden, I'll go listen to Maiden. I actually like Battle Zone, and I like Killers, Murder One, and albums like that. And I love that stuff. So I like it when it's stuff a bit.
It's cool. You got Prowler, which is Maiden, Murders in the Rue Morgue, which is great. It's a great version of it. Impaler, which we've heard on a lot of the live albums. Remember Tomorrow, a little bit different on the vocal line, right? He plays with the vocal line a little bit, but it sounds great. Marshall Lockjaw from Killers, Children of Madness from Battlezone, The Living Dead from the Di'Anno album.
One of my favorite songs, Marshall Lockjaw, one of my favorite songs that Di'Anno's ever sung. I really like that one.
Then, of course, Blitzkrieg Bop, which is a little bit of the, a tribute to the Ramones. And he does a really cool version of it, really punky, fast, bombastic version.
The problem with Paul Di'Anno is he's too bloody good. That's the thing. He's too good for a lot of metalheads. So they missed the point a little bit.
Yeah.
I think Paul's great.
Paul's a super talented guy. There's a lot of talent in that guy, and a lot of people complain sometimes about his Cookie Monster vocals. But I think
Yeah,
right now what he's doing, he's kind of mixing it up. He's doing that falsetto stuff, the Cookie Monster, and he's just changing it up.
yeah, it's fun. He's a punk. He's good. He does whatever comes to his mind, and good for him. I mean, if they don't like it, fuck him. I think he's great. I think he's really good. He's too good.
I agree. Paul's great. And what I love about this album is every track is just live and in your face.
Oh, the aggression factor is huge. I mean, there's a ton of energy on here. That's kind of probably where I was saying a bootleg. A lot of live albums, they sort of polish the shit out of them, whereas a lot of bootlegs have all that energy. I guess that's why I was using the term bootleg. This has got the energy of a real raw bootleg, but it's also been cleaned up where it can be quite presentable as a live record.
Yeah, definitely. These are two musts in the new year. Again, Hell Over Waltrop live in Germany, Paul Diano, January 31st, and Annihilator, Ballistic, Sadistics. You got to pick up these albums. I mean, I was so excited about these albums. I go, please go to the pet area there, pet food area, pick up some cat products, Giles, and let's talk about these albums.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Giles Lavery. How's the weather in Los Angeles? How's the weather there?
Crap. It's cold.
It's cold? Is it raining?
It was pissing down the other night, raining like 40 bastards. It didn't stop for like the whole night.
Wow.
Today it's been okay though.
Better than Germany though, I would assume.
Apparently. Yeah.
All right, man. So that's it. So there we go.
Keep rocking. Good one.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.